Welcome along and welcome back to Six Ashes. We're into mid-autumn now and I can't believe this. The oats have failed. At least they did it without months and months, but they've gone straight from planted to withered, and yeah, we are not having much luck with these oats. Fortunately, I think that is because if we look at have a look at here, we can see the oats. Their harvesting window doesn't end until the end of the previous day. So I think if we replant day 4 again, then we should be okay. So I will probably do that off camera, get these replanted and get them sorted. We have got the seeds to be able to do it, so it should all be fine. But yeah, we are not having a lot of luck with these oats at the moment. We are down here though because the soybeans are ready to harvest. Now we do still have wet crop icon out, so it's gonna be we are gonna need to sort that, and I need to find somewhere to put my header trailer. I think we might go back to the BGA, so let's take the follow me off our tractor behind. Back this up, and just bring it over here like so. Yeah, squeeze past our tractor, and we'll back the tractor up in a minute, but we can put the header trailer here like that, and I think the header here is small enough to make it through the gateway. At least I hope so. It would make life so much easier. It's not the largest header in the world, this. So we'll get this over here and bring out. And this should be the last crop I think our combine has to deal with this year. In a couple of days, our other crops aren't quite ripe yet. Neither the onions nor the carrots are quite ready. So this has actually worked out fairly well for us. We're in a pretty good position with this. Connect that up, connect any pipes as well. We want to remove that tractor out the way, connect that up, and just bring that back a little bit. There we go, and get ourselves into this field and get harvesting. It is quite a good thing if we can get a good amount of soybeans off here. Then we're gonna be laughing. And will this fit through the gateway? This will not fit through the gateway. Oh, it's so close. It's a marginally larger than the gateway header. That's all right. What we'll do then is I'm going to take my combine and we'll put the header back on the header trailer. We will then hook it up to the tractor, so we'll drop the tractor off the trailer and we'll take it in that way. Again, this header trailer proving to be very annoying because it disconnects the opposite way, or the header goes on it the opposite way. So disconnect that. I can get in there. Being a little bit, there we go, there we are, and disconnect it and back it off. Perfect. Always a little bit of fiddly at the start of this. Off with the trailer, and we can now get this into the field. But yeah, thankfully we got a patch of a failed crop just inside the gateway, so we won't have to run over much of our own crop here to get this done. This field is a little bit patchy though. It's yeah, it is just a little bit patchy. Oh, the dead crop would be in the perfect place if our header trailer was the other way round. Instead, we're gonna lose some crop here because we're gonna drive around this way to get this header up. It's not too bad because thankfully the front wheels on this act as care wheels. But yeah, there we go. Right, and with that, we now want to grab our combine and get that hooked up. Nice and easily. Keep this, keep everything running here as well as we possibly can. We're doing well on 6 ashes still. Other than the oats are our biggest problem at the moment. We need to back that up a little bit. So, back that up to there. That should do it. But yeah, the oats are our biggest problem at the moment. It's seemingly unable to get a field of oats to properly take. But we are going to have the time on day 4 of autumn to be able to get those replanted again. We'll probably plant both fields at that point, and so spend that video planting the other field and trying to get some nice tram lines into that one. Right, we'll leave this off here. We will, of course, have to go and get the trailer in a bit, but we want to get the combine out of the way first. Let's hook that up. Start my engine and start up the header. Start up the thresher, and the crops are too wet, so we need to move forward a little bit. 11:30 and the crops have dried out. Let's take this forward and drop the header down and get ourselves into this field. We're going to go round counterclockwise first and get the outer bit of the headland done, and it is fairly well, what we're doing 4.2 tons a hectare. We have a nice deep green from the soybeans, so yeah, we are getting about 125% yield off here. This is brilliant. Oh, it is slowing the combine down though. These are some fairly thick soybeans, and yes, we are at 19.7% moisture. So yeah, moisture's a little bit high, but we should at least be able to get this crop up. Now, despite our fairly large yield we're getting off here, our soybeans are not filling the combine very quickly. We are up to 39-40% off the first headland, off a fairly large field for what we have on the farm. So yeah, it's quite an interesting one. Oh, where is my combine going? There we go. I have this problem with the vehicle control add-on all the time. The thing does not break when it should. It just keeps going. But there we go. We have off our first headland 41% of our combine full. So we're looking at being about 80% full off the second headland, and then yeah, making it about halfway around the third. But as we know that our trailer doesn't quite hold 2 full tanks off here, what we'll likely do is empty out when we get to 80% on this second headland, and then we can empty out again when we get full, and should be all good. We're actually going to fall fairly far short of that 80% here. I think what we'll do is continue going around and yeah, change the plans so that we get to absolutely full before we go and empty. It is not very they just don't, while the yield is good, they don't produce a lot of soybeans, and added to the fact that they then take quite a while to sell to reach their best price, they're not a great crop from that point of view. from the point of view of using precision farming and things like that, they're good because you don't need to fertilize them. Basically, they are very nitrogen rich. They don't need extra nitrogen. So there's no you need to spray them herbicide, or you need to get rid of the weeds, but you don't need to apply any fertilizer to them. Very useful if, like we had here, you were trying to turn around a field very quickly late in the year. They also plant late as well, which is quite useful for that. Does mean actually I might step back and have a look at what we had plans to plant, because originally we're not doing soybeans on the next year on here, and originally I was looking at a spring crop going in here, but it is mid-autumn. It is day 3 of autumn. We can get a winter crop into this field very easily, and so that opens up some possibilities around here. So yeah, we're gonna have a look at that. We've got the oats that need to go in winter, in the autumn. They are proving troublesome, so I might put in some winter wheat, and then just put in maybe one field of the oats, simply to try and reduce our reliance on that crop, considering how much that's been failing for us. And then and yeah, we'll go from there. I need to work out what's going in to what field with our new rotation now. Definitely something to be looking out for. Combine is full, and I've got the trailer on the 7840. So we're gonna bring this round, try and get it under where our auger will be. I need to be careful because the place I put it, I don't want the auger to hit it. There we go. Handbrake on, engine off. Could be all right here. This is our third headland anyway. Whoa, 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 whoa. Back up. There we go. Right. Does that come out? Yep. And empty it out, and that's fairly far to the back. Yeah, spread it out a little bit. We're emptying downhill, so it should all be fine. But this will half fill up our trailer, and once we get to the end of this row, we'll be able to do some cutting in and get the main body of the field attacked. I'm actually fairly annoyed those oats have failed. It's one of those things where trying to get these things right can be a real pain in the butt. And I thought I was being smart planting as early as I did. But yeah, they just didn't want to take. So I think we will try that field again with oats. We'll get those in there, but I think we might see if we could switch to winter wheat or something like that. And then basically have the oats as a shadow crop that we do a single field of maybe each year, and just work it that way. They are just being a massive pain at the moment, and yeah, just not working out as I would hope. And then what we can do is we'll basically have a grain slot there where, if we're putting in a winter crop, we can put in the oats or the wheat, and if we're putting in a spring crop, we can put in the spring barley, and go with it that way. I think is going to be our better bet. As for the soybeans here, they're not doing too bad. We have had a single cut in, and we're 30%. Having done, yeah, we've done about 2 rows. We've done over 2 rows worth now. We're coming up to nearly 3 rows worth with that last bit of the headland, and yeah, we are only a third full, so we're getting about 11% ish off each row. It is going to take quite a few rows to fill this, and we're not going to get much more than a single trailer off this field, I don't think. Last row of this cut in, and I judged that pretty well, I think. This is a nice 4 headers worth of crop. In fact, I'm a little bit at this end. We've got some, yeah, we're a little bit wider at this end, but other end, I had, yeah, I had a nice clear run down the side of it. We are 64% full at this point, and as a result, we are going to have more than a single trailer. But as I said earlier, not much more than a single trailer. This is still going to take us 3 or 4 rows to get a full tank off here. And once we get that, we are yeah, we're then going to have a little bit left into the combine. Not bad at all. Combine is still performing well. I still very much like this class 106 in our Ford colours. Works actually really well for us. And so that will complete this row down here. It's going fairly quick because we're not filling the combine's capacity. And then we want to cut in about halfway through this section here as well. Now the thing about this is the bottom end of the field here so much wider than the top end. So I want to get my cut in a little bit careful. Want to be at 157 degrees, as that's where we've been so far. About there-ish. Down goes the header. And that is the angle and everything that I want to stick it at and stay at. Just a little bit over, and that should work out pretty well, I think. Yeah, we're basically going through the middle of this this wider section, this longer section here. With any luck, we'll come out the other side, and then we'll just have this this little bit at the top of the field here to deal with. Coming up to 7,000 litres, so let's go grab our tractor and we'll take this over and get everything emptied. Let's take handbrake off. So yeah, this takes 14,500, so I wanted to get the combine up to 7,000 litres because that will top this off. I think that we're not going to fill the combine again. If we do, we'll have to go and tip the trailer, but I'm going to leave the trailer here at the field, and then we'll tip everything afterwards once we've got this all cut. It is running very nicely, this. We are still, I mean, you can still see that massive sea of green that we have on here with the harvest types. There we go. Nitrogen. Yeah, look at that nitrogen. So yeah, there we go. So 125%, almost completely across field 12, is just brilliant. Very, very happy with that. We've had 2 crops that have just done really well this year. Our canola and our soybeans here have done well. The only one that's failed us completely has been the oats. But we have plenty of oats to feed our horses at the moment, so we're fine. Let's turn the tractor off. We do have a full trailer, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. If I can get in the right piece of equipment, keeps putting me in the tractor instead of the combine. But we are we bisected this part of the field very nicely, and there is not a full tank's worth of crop left on this field. So yeah, it's just going to be a case of going through and seeing how much we do end up with. Now, despite the fact that I was expecting not to get another full tank off this field, I was kind of hoping that we might get 5,500 litres after emptying the trailer. At the moment, we got 3,500, and we do not have anywhere near enough field left to generate 2,000 litres worth of soybeans. So looks like we're not quite going to get our 20,000 litres of soybeans off here, which would have been very nice. However, we are still going to get 18,000 litres of soybeans off here, which is pretty good. That is about £36,000 if we sell at top price. Maybe a little bit more, maybe coming up to 40,000. Let's just have a look at what the best price for soybeans is when we do eventually, or we are eventually able to sell them. So yeah, it'll be more than 36,000. We're looking at probably about 38,000 ish for this, which is really good. Let's turn our thresher off as well. There we go. And what we can do is bring this down here, and we can leave the combine down here ready to empty in a bit, because we are gonna be doing that. Auger out and header down. I'm gonna turn it off for now. And yeah, that's pretty good. We've got 18,000 litres. How much did we actually have in the combine in the end? 3,621 added to the 14,000 litres we've got in that tractor over there. Yeah, it does mean we're just over 18,000 litres off this field. Really good yield. I mean, we could not have got... Well, we could have got a little bit better. We had a few patches and things. But in general, we could not have had a better time with this field or got a better yield off it for the crop that we did get. So, yeah, that's another fairly successful harvest day here on Six Ashes. We are going to attack these... well, what I think I'm going to do is I will get field 11 replanted off camera. I don't want to go through replanting that again, and then we will see if we can get field 10 planted and done and dusted, and possibly put a different crop in there, considering that we probably need to get this field turned around as well. So we're going to look at getting some slurry spread around here. For now though, I'm going to leave this here, so all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.